All right, so welcome to this particular podcast. It is really good to have you here. For those of you who are here, welcome to the Fintech podcast for the Fintech magazine Africa. With me in the studio here is the CEO of one of the most reputable fintech companies in Africa. He is also, I've come to realize, and hear me.
No, I can
Hello,
hear
are you
you.
there? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm
Yeah,
sure
I'm
you have the
here.
questions. All right. So I'm sure we can go ahead with these questions. First off, let me start with the fact that you were listed as Forbes magazine's 30 under 30 recently,
Yeah.
and class of 2024. That is amazing. I feel intimidated already. You've been in the studio here. I think that's an amazing accomplishment for you. So, congratulations on that one. How does it feel to receive that kind of recognition?
I mean, it feels very great, but at the same time, it's just to validate what we've been building for a very long time. Shows that we're actually like on the right path and we are heading somewhere, right? Like I keep saying, when things like this come true for me, I tell them it's still day one. We have somewhere we are going to, so we should get back to work. But it feels very great. I mean, being featured on Forbes 30 under 30 is something awesome, something I've been looking forward to. I mean, since I've been in the industry for some time now, trying to make impact, trying to be like an ecosystem, and I'm very glad like
Mm.
I got recognized at the Forbes level. That's something awesome.
Oh, it sounds great, and I believe there are a lot of people who are under 30 looking up to you right now. It's a huge challenge, but for every success, for every accomplishment, for every milestone, there's always a background story. Can you provide a brief overview of your background? What inspired you to set up this fintech company, FX Kudi?
I mean, so FSQD was born out of passion for technology and also that rave to solve a problem, right? So I remember very well when I got admission into a Ghanaian-owned university. I mean, I had to travel down to Ghana to continue my education. And then I realized that
Mm,
there's been a very big problem right before I came into the country, whereby a lot of foreign students were unable to receive school fees from their parents or their sponsors abroad, and also to receive
okay.
their money. So that became like a very big challenge. And like having an entrepreneurship spirit in me, I decided to make it like a side hustle in school. So I'll let you send me money, then I'll go ahead and find where I can
Mm.
exchange it for things for you. So I was doing that for a couple of students while I was on campus,
It
right?
started off as a side hustle.
Yeah, side hustle for me. So I was taking money from people in school then. I'll
Okay.
help them convert it back to cedis, most especially Naira, because I'm a Nigerian, so I have a Naira bank account, right? So I'll let your parents send to me directly. I'll go change it for you to cedis and then pay your school fees at the bank, then bring the slip back to you.
Okay.
So I was doing that and I realized that no, yeah, I'm solving a very big problem. I mean, aside making money from it, I was actually like making impact on campus. And that made me very popular on
Mm,
campus then. Everybody know me to be like a money exchanger who help you take your money, change and pay your fees. Then I was
mm,
attracting a number of good customers. Then people started reaching out from other schools as well outside my school because like my school has like one of the largest community of foreign students, especially Nigerians, and we have other
mm,
schools to French university and all of that. So I was literally like helping students to pay their fees. That was how they also started. So after school, um, I pivoted into solely software engineer, right? So I was building software
okay.
solutions for companies, and I was appointed as the CTO of a tech firm back then. So I was like in a bigger position to make more of our technological impact in the society. So then I realized that that's also an opportunity for me to build what I've always wanted to build as like a solution for Africa in terms of payment.
Mm,
So that was how come I started building FS Kudi by the side and it became a full blown company today. So yeah, that's the whole thing I brought up my first. So it was literally like a side hustle that became
mm,
a real business.
mm. It sounds like fun journey for you, even though not everything is fun, but you make it sound easy. Listening to you right now sounds like you literally just woke up one morning and whipped up a couple of things together. Somebody told me once like that businesses or successful empires are born out of the need to help someone. Now, here's another question. Did you do this all by yourself, or was there a collaboration? Because apparently, that, like I said, partnership is often crucial for fintech companies. So, do you have any partnerships or collaborations that has been instrumental in FX Kudi's success?
Okay, interesting enough, right? So I'll start with how I co-founded my company with two other individuals, right, who have expertise in the various industry. So when
Okay.
I needed to be ready, I knew it was not a journey for a lone ranger like myself. I knew I needed to bring someone on board. But then I remember I made a post concerning like solving African biggest payment problem, which is informal cross-border money transfer. And a friend of
Mm,
mine reached out, put a couple of companies together, right? So FSQ was actually my first company. I'm known to be always like be an innovator and a builder. So which
okay.
some of them skilled. So I remember when I made a post about FSQD, like then there was no name for it. I was just like, I want to solve a problem, a payment problem in Africa, most especially in the informal sector. And a
Mm,
friend reached out. He was once a co-founder in one of my startup. I was like, hey, I would like to be on board. Like, okay, great. And funny enough, he had to resign from his job in Nigeria and travel down to Ghana to join me on the journey. So it was a very big sacrifice at that point. But I
okay.
knew that we must not fail, because if somebody can put his dream on hold to pursue yours, that means there's something big coming out of it. And I also remember
Mm,
then, chief operation officer, I was just talking to him about the whole idea. Like, this is what I want to build. And he was like, yeah, this sounds interesting. You would like to join me? And he also quit the company and joined me. So I had two other co-founders that work with me on FS Kudi. That's Kelvin Kojo and Adetunji Afis. Kelvin
okay.
is Afis is a Nigerian. So the company was founded by about three of us. And when it comes to partnership, right? When I knew that what I
Yeah.
was building was not for irregular former sector individuals, right? I felt like yes, I need to connect with the major players in the informal sector, which is so what we are doing is not a regular cross-border payment, right? Like every other person. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to
Mm-hmm.
like give bank access to make international money transfer within and outside Africa, right? So we need that we knew we are supposed to leverage on mobile money agents who are like key players in activating financial inclusion, promoting financial inclusion in Africa. And now, if you look at the growth of mobile money, it's a good thing to leverage on that industry. So we're leveraging on mobile money agents to to scale our products across Africa. And it's been wonderful so far. I mean, the growth of mobile money agents is really like has been exponential, and that has been like very massive for our own growth too as a business. So our collaboration with mobile money agents and the telcos has been like a major key instrument to
Mm,
our growth.
mm, to your success.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting. With every sacrifice, you sound like you made a lot of sacrifices and you accomplished a
Yes.
lot as well. But with every sacrifice comes challenges, and I believe you've faced a couple of them so far. Have you overcome each of these challenges in details? Because I would like to know, especially for those young people out there who are listening and would like to do what you do. What are the challenges you've faced, and how have you overcome them so far?
Okay, so there's a lot of challenges, right? Number one, let's talk about regulatory barrier. I mean, when regulators don't actually understand what you are doing, they need to ask questions. So I remember they asked us questions some years back. And it was quite very
Okay.
funny. I mean, to have a face with regulator, I mean, to sit down with regulators. So it was actually like regulatory barrier because your business model was not well explained at that point. At the early stage, we were not so clear on our business model, right? So we need to sit and understand, like, okay, look, what are you guys doing? What are you building? We have to explain
Mm,
ourselves. Another thing I faced was funding challenge, right? So funny enough, we
okay.
never closed any up to date, right? So it was more like founders capital, bootstrapping, and accelerator program, right? So we've never like announced any round up to date. So we never like have a major round close like pre-seed seed like other fintech do. But then what we knew was we are building a more profitable business. We need to actually like mostly align with our business model before we fundraise. So we are very keen on that. But the biggest challenge there was the regulatory barrier and also funding. So it was very difficult. We are building a product like FS Kudi, you need to have a lot of capital, right? But then before you
Mm.
go for, you have to be sure of your business model. You have to be sure that you are actually going to make money and you are solving a major problem. So I
Okay.
remember the day we were very low on cash. We exhausted our runway. We had no money like to run the business again. And the question was, what's going to happen? So we had to like lock our payouts, our transfer, collection. I mean, we actually put our service on hold. And how do we communicate this
Mm.
to the customer? We can't save you because we don't have money. It's actually very funny. So we had to, everybody has to like dig into their savings, and like, pull out everything you have, sell what you can sell, and continue the journey. So we're busy selling what we can sell as a founder. I mean, beg who we can beg for money. I mean, borrow money. In fact, take money from people.
Mm.
Please give me $5K, $10K, and all that. But because then we
Wow.
realized that yeah, we were getting there, and we had no money again. Like we were exhausted. We faced salaries, and there was nothing going on for us. So we were begging people for money. And yeah, like we came back. I mean, just like a week pause, and we came back into the business. Then it was looking like that was the end because I mean, you don't have money to run a fintech company. That was like an end for you. The customers were reaching out.
Yes.
So what actually even motivated us to want to get back to business because we're like, okay, yeah, if you're not having money to run the business again, let's stop. Then I remember a call came through, a customer called us, and I was like, please, whatever it takes, I need to send money to my child in Ghana. Whatever it takes, you guys should please assist me. I was like, wow, we're really solving a
Mm.
problem, right? Seeing a customer begging you to reactivate your service for her to be able to transact means a lot to me. And I was like, I can't if I want to let anyone down, I can't let my customer down. So let's make it happen. Then we decided to like go all
Mm.
out, get some money back into the system, and yeah, we started our business again, all over again. So yeah, that was one of the biggest challenges. Those are the biggest challenges those are the challenges we face when we're running the business.
Mm. So building a company like yours, a fintech company like FX Kudi, I'm sure you've faced a lot of evolution. There's been a lot of evolution. Now, that evolution process, since its inception, we would like to know about that.
Okay, so I think the most interesting part is we listen to our customer a lot. So
Okay.
over time, people are keen on using mobile app to carry out their transactions and those things. They realize that the industry we are playing in, I mean, they are more familiar with USSD. So we had to switch and build a
Okay.
USSD alongside the mobile app for them, which has been very, very like massive for us as like a key differentiator with other fintechs, right? So knowing that you can use USSD to carry out
Mm.
cross-border payments sounds interesting for these agents. And they always complain that, oh, we are used to dialing the short code from MTN and we don't have to buy data, we don't have internet within the market. Because most of our agents are found in
Mm.
communities where you can never imagine, right? So they are complaining about like, okay, yes, let's do this. And we realize that that's like, if you look at the report from GSMA, we realize that even USSD has been like a key instrument to mobile money success in Africa. And it's actually like people are completing more
Mm.
transactions on USSD than mobile app when it comes to mobile money, right? So that's prompted us to like evolve from just offering a regular mobile app service to USSD application service as well. And also looking at offering instant transaction. I remember when we started, it was more like NRT, so near real time. And then we
Okay.
realized that the industry has evolved to offer instant transactions, right? So within like a minute, you should get your money, irrespective of the country you are. So we started expanding by collaborating with local fintechs in all the countries you want to operate. So if you have to operate in Togo, we look for like a local partner in Togo to collaborate with. And that has been very good on our side as well because that makes our technology faster and more of instant, offering more instant transactions. So imagine you're in Ghana, you need to send money to Nigeria, and it comes like in seconds. And you're like, whoa, really? Even
Yes.
if I don't have a bank account, I can walk into an agent's location, give them cash, and they can move the money for me in minutes. So that has been like
Mm.
very, very like a bragging right for us as well. So yeah, we've
Okay. Interesting, really interesting. Technology. Now, let's look at technology itself. I'm sure that has played a key role in your business and the fintech industry generally. Now, how does FX Kudi stay innovative? How has technology, what role has technology played in this aspect?
Okay, so like I was saying, I remember when we started, before we came into the picture, how do they send money within the informal sector was very basic, right? It's like an agent kind of a network kind
Mm,
of business. So somebody in Nigeria who is an agent wants to send money to somebody in Ghana. He or she has to look for somebody in Ghana who has that money amount equivalent to send before they can. So it's the transaction keeps long. It takes like 4 hours. At times, even the entire day, the guy is busy looking for who is going to take the transaction from him. So when we came into the picture with the help of technology, we're able to like automate all of these things, right? So it's instant.
mm,
So you take money and the good thing is the technology help us to offer zero capital model. So you don't need to have a capital to start as an agent, FS Kudi agent, and anybody can become an
okay.
FS, right? So with the implementation of technology, we're able to achieve speed, security.
I saw, sorry to interrupt you. I saw the Kudi, FX Kudi Hero, or is it Hero something? What's that about?
Okay, so we refer to our agents as hero because they are saving the community, right? So we
Oh,
refer to them
okay.
as we call
Okay.
them money hero. Yeah. So Kudi
Oh,
means hero.
okay.
Kudi means money in Hausa.
Money.
Yeah,
Hausa.
yeah, in Hausa.
Mm,
So
okay. Back
that's
to you're talking about technology.
okay. So technology has been like very
Mm,
instrumental because it helps us to move money faster, safer, and I mean there's transparency when it comes to exchange rate factor and all that. So with technology, we're able to
mm,
achieve our value proposition, which has been a major problem within the informal sector, right? So the speed,
mm.
the security, and the transparency.
Okay. All right. So, a recent milestone. Do you mind sharing any of that with us?
Okay, so I mean, I went from seven is zero business to seven over 15,000 businesses. It's actually very big for us, and also our
Wow.
expansion of the Francophone corridor. I mean, we moved from just offering a single corridor to now offering more than 25 currency corridors within the informal sector. So it's very instrumental. It's actually very like big for us as well, and having to like pay more than $100,000 in commission to agents is very
Okay.
massive. Yeah. So because we pay our agents commission when they do business with us. So aside making money as a business, we're also providing an indirect job for these agents as well, just like the telcos have their business model. So when you move money, when you carry out a transaction on our platform, you earn 0.5% on every money you transferred, which is a lot for them.
Mm,
So we've seen some agents testifying that this saves them, make them like earn a living. I mean, when we pay them commission, it gives them that sense of belonging that yeah, they are part of the ecosystem and they're actually making money from it. So recently realizing that we paid over $100,000 worth of commission to agents means a lot to me, and that means we are impacting life and we are providing jobs as well. And
mm,
expansion, like I said earlier, was very like a massive milestone for me because I said we are building from Africa to the world, and we are building for the global space, not just for Africa alone, but we want to start from Africa. So seeing our expansion
okay.
beyond Africa, to me as well. And yeah, those are the key milestones I've seen that we've actually like achieved recently, and it has been very instrumental for us.
Interesting. I'm sure you're very proud of those milestones. I can hear it in your voice. All right,
Yeah, very
moving
proud.
on from that question, can you elaborate on the innovative solutions that FX Kudi offers to address financial challenges in Africa?
Okay, so before now, right? I
Mm,
figured majority of the fintech solution has been centered around the formal sector. So everybody is building for the bank.
okay.
Nobody's building for the bank, right? And the fact that financial inclusion carries both the bank and unbanked. In fact, financial inclusion has to do with the unbanked rather. Majority of the if you truly want to achieve financial inclusion in Africa, it has to deal with the unbanked. And you'll be surprised that 60% of the money that is being moved across Africa are still being done informally. So 40% is what
Mm,
everyone is counting. and we are keen on capturing the 60%, and that is why we are building FS Kudi. So FS Kudi is
Okay.
built with the whole mindset of solving the problem within the informal sector, which has been neglected for a very long time. And now, if you see the market women, the cross-border trader, I mean, with the launch of AFCTA, means that there will be a lot of cross-border trade in the coming years within Africa, and this would majority of them will happen within the informal sector. And then there should be a payment service provider who will be catering for this payments within the informal sector, and that is
Mm,
what we are doing. So a lot of people go to the roadside agents, give them money. At times they get cheated. At times the money get missing because they are not using
yeah.
technology to automate this. They are relying on a different network in a different country to carry out the transaction. But we are saying that right from our mobile app or USSD application, you can help millions of people to send money back home, either for business purpose or for personal needs or for medical purpose. You can use FSQD to do that, and that has been very successful on our side. And we are looking at expanding our service offering as well. I mean, offering more than just cross-border payments to these agents, like basically like liquidity provision to these mobile money agents, which has been like one of the biggest problems to them for so long. And
Mm,
also we are looking at allowing liquidity exchange, whereby you can move money within, like connecting mobile money in Africa through our mobile application. So we can connect mobile money agents from Nigeria to mobile money agents in Ghana, mobile money agents in Togo to mobile money agents in Cote d'Ivoire, mobile money agents in Kenya to mobile money agents in Ghana. So we're trying to see how we can build a complete interoperability within this mobile money agents in Africa using the agents network that we already have. So we are leveraging on this agent
okay.
network to build more solutions for them. So yeah, so far so good. We are doing it one country at a time, one solution at a time. But then we are very keen on achieving financial inclusion using agents network in Africa.
Mm. Talking about serving communities, we have underserved communities as well. These are communities that cannot really access your services as easily as any other community. How does FX Goody leverage technology to enhance financial innovation and accessibility to these communities? That's the underserved communities.
Okay, so recently, right, it's something I
Yes.
like to talk about. Recently, we're trying to conduct like a survey, how much of impact we've made in the community in terms of financial inclusion. Only for me to find out that we have even made more impact than I was assuming, like I was saying, right? So we visited some of our
Mm,
agents, and they were like, some of the customers even come to them and dash them money. Like, why are they dashing you money?
okay.
But like they've been finding it difficult to send money back home. They find it difficult to access such services for a very long time. But the fact
Mm,
that this agent was able to complete transaction in less than 5 minutes for them, and they are very excited about it. So they will come back and give them a gift. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, please take this 10 cedis, take this 100 naira, take this 200 naira. Like aside, I know because it's zero fee, right? You're not paying any money for moving this money around, right?
mm.
Which is like, look at it, it's very expensive to send money within Africa than sending money outside Africa, right?
Outside
So we are like,
continent, yes.
yes, so we're like, no, this should not be like, we're Africans, right? We should be able to build something that can eradicate these fees. And we are like offering zero fee on every money you transfer across Africa. So this is literally like interesting for people to see that we are solving this problem at the cheapest level you can ever imagine, right?
Mm,
And these agents are telling us that yes, what you guys are doing for us, aside we making money from it, we feel happy to be able to solve the problem of our customers. So before now, some of the customers will come to them, oh, you are a mobile money agent, you are a financial service agent. Can you help us move money across Africa? Oh no, I can't. Oh, I want someone to my sister in US. I want someone to my sister in Togo, but I can't because A, B, and C. They were like, okay, don't worry. So when we start offering the service to this agent and they are selling back to their customers, it's been very, very like very massive. Trust me, it's beyond the impact we are seeing. A lot of people are finding it difficult to access financial services, and that's why I said one service at a time. And watch out for a lot of things we are going to be doing, like on the FS Kudi, right? So it's not just about cross-border payments; it's also about making financial services available to underbanked, unbanked, and yeah, underserved
underserved.
people within the
Okay.
community. And trust me, we're going to make that happen
Mm.
within a short period of time.
Okay, you've talked about your services. Can you give us examples of, tangible impacts on individuals or businesses, perhaps, in terms of financial empowerment?
Okay. So assume we have a trader in house who is a cross-border trader, apparently an informal trader. So let me give an example of an informal trader. Someone who buys, let's say, we have cheaper fabrics in
Okay.
Togo, right? So they buy cheaper fabrics in Togo and come and sell.
Mm,
So that's like cross-border trade. It's moving from one country to another to buy and sell. So imagine selling after selling your fabrics, you need to pay your supplier to send the fabrics to you in Ghana, right? Or you need to travel there to make payment to your supplier, and you don't really have that means, so you have to always travel with cash to Togo to make payment to your supplier, which is very risky, right? And at times you might lose value
okay.
for that money. So imagine you have to close your store and send and go travel all the way to Togo to make payment or to purchase your goods. And we are saying that look, we want to stop this from happening. So we want to offer you a faster and a cheaper way to send money to your supplier. And then we now establish a community agent within the market where we have this cross-border trader. So in Togo, we know where the cross-border traders are selling and they are buying. So we establish a cross-border agent over there who happens to be FS Kudi agents. So when you are done selling for the day or for the
Mm,
week, all you have to do is you can walk into any of these agents' location, give them the cash, and these agents will move that money, that cash for you within 5 minutes to your supplier in Togo. Means that you are saving this trader time, you are saving this
okay.
trader money, you are saving this trader from exposing them to risks of moving cash or carrying cash across borders to make payments to their suppliers. So those are the things that we've been doing for financial empowerment. And aside that, like I said, we're actually paying this agent for doing this on our behalf. So the fact that you are making extra money for yourself as a mobile money,
Okay.
it makes a lot of sense. And we also allow cross-border bills payment. So we've seen a scenario whereby people have to pay their DSTV bills, which means that they are using a different country DSTV, for instance. So you're in Ghana, you're using Nigeria DSTV, you need to pay for your
Mm,
bills. We help you, like
mm-hmm.
this agent can help you make payment for those bills, right? So literally, for some of the services we are offering is centered around financial inclusion, financial empowerment. So the cross-border payments, the bills payments, liquidity exchange program, the MFA distribution are centered around making sure we achieve this financial inclusion within a short period of time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that being said, how does FX Kudi navigate regulatory frameworks in various African countries while maintaining its innovative edge?
Okay. Um, One thing I would tell fintechs is, whoever is building for Africa is you have to be very keen on partnership. So one thing we've done so
Okay.
well is that we are able to scale beyond our jurisdiction by leveraging on partnership, not just partnership, local partnership. So we have licensed PSP in various
Okay.
countries, right? So when you have to enter a market,
Mm,
outside our market, we look at this PSP who is within a regulatory framework, then we'll partner with them to launch in those countries. So like when we are entering Francophone markets, we look at a PSP who is uh, licensed and they're regulated in the Francophone corridor. We partner with them and then we're able to like launch our products in Francophone countries. And this has been like more of the biggest, one of the things we do in house. So when you are building, right, you can't go to every country to acquire a license. It's very expensive, it's very stressful, it's time consuming to say you want to start picking license in various countries you are entering or various countries you are scaling to, expanding to, right? So whether leverage on partnership to enter this market, and those are the things to enter those markets, and that's what we've been doing for a very long time.
okay. Mr. Obiere, can you share with us your customer-centric approach and how does it ensure a seamless user experience,
Okay,
for users?
one thing we do very well is quarterly we conduct customer survey. We ask our agents, what do you want?
Okay.
And these guys have been suggesting features to us. And trust me, every feature they've suggested has been profitable because they want those features. They are interacting with the customer. We are not interacting with the customer, but they are using our products. So what we do quarterly, we conduct customer survey. What do you guys want? How do you want it? What has been the review so far? What you already provided to you guys? Okay, we want A, B, and C. We want this to look like this. We want that to look like this. We want to start sending money to. So we also do corridor check. So corridor check in the sense that when the customer comes